Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
Welcome to The Real Truth, where we discuss movies using common sense. And I just happen to be a former fight choreographer. Predator Badlands is the latest movie in the Predator franchise. And I had the pleasure to see it with friends of mine. Otherwise, I would not have gone to see this movie, period. I have not seen Killer of Killers. I have watched reviews of Killer of Killers because sometimes I just throw things on in the background for noise. So I know what happens in Killer of Killers. I even know about this. What the fuck is that? Are you telling me that a predator went and kidnapped Danny Glover's character Harrigan from Predator 2 and got the gun? So are you saying that are you saying that Harrigan was just walking around with the gun when they picked him up? Or, and this is funny, I would love to see a scene of the predators like picking up Danny Glover, kidnapping him, right? And then rummaging through his house. Like, what happened to that gun that we get? How did y'all get the gun? I don't know, because that's some stupid shit. Moving on to Predator Badlands is good. It's very Disney. But you know what? I liked it. Is it a good Predator movie? Yes and no. The director, like many directors and just many people on Earth, does not know how to tell a story through physicality. Did he do Prey? So he's just bad at telling a physical story. Because in the finale of this film, the protagonist, whose name is Deck, our Predator protagonist, he fights his dad and he wins. But if you watch the movie, he never trains to fight his dad. He should not win that fight by himself. Sure, he did well on a planet with a whole bunch of different species on it. Not one of those species was another predator, which we find out at the beginning of the movie, he ain't bad enough to beat. And the one he's not badass enough to beat got destroyed by his dad. But at the end of the movie, he just beats his dad 1v1, even though he never trained to fight his dad. So Dan Trachtenberg is not good at these types of things. That part might not be great. I didn't like that part at all. But the movie as a whole, it's fun. Made me laugh. It's very Disney-fied. We got a little sidekick. I laughed at the sidekick. I even thought the sidekick was cute. Did I cringe? Yes, but still had fun. Still enjoyed it. This movie is about a predator who is the runt of the pack. So we're doing Prey again. We're doing The Boy That Cried Wolf. That's what Dan Trachtenberg is. He's the boy who cried wolf. In the next one, the story will be, oh, here's a whatever the fuck. And it's the run of the pack. It's terrible at everything. But by the end of the movie, not only will it not have any broken bones or any of that shit, it'll be better than everything else, which means technically everything it was fighting was full of shit. Don't just stop with that shit. All right. So run of the pack. And at the beginning, he's training with his brother, who is not a runt, and his brother's kicking his ass. Man, you're not ready. You're not ready. Dad shows up now, but right before Dad shows up, the runt Deck is the runt. He's like, well, I want to go somewhere and prove myself. I'm gonna go hunt something, and then y'all gonna know because I'm gonna hunt it and I'm gonna kill it and I'm gonna bring it back. Cool. What you want to hunt? Dan Trachtenberg. You're gonna hunt the baddest thing in the galaxy, the thing that other predators who were not considered runts couldn't kill. Matter of fact, when they go to the planet, they don't make it back. But you, the runt, you're gonna do it, right?
So this is your first hunt. You've come to the most dangerous planet in the universe.
Cool. I'm sure you're gonna come back missing at least a limb, right? All right. I'm saying all these things and I still enjoyed the movie. So then he's like, all right, I'm gonna go kill the callus on planet Yenna, some shit like that. You gonna go to Yenna? His brother's like, really? You wanna go to Yenna? You couldn't even beat me in a fight and you gonna go to Yenna and fight Yenna and fight Godzilla. That's what you wanna do? You wanna go fight? Okay, cool. What the fuck's wrong? And then Dad shows up. Quay sacrifices himself, tries to fight the dad. The dad just destroys him. And Deck goes off to the planet. Deck goes to this planet that no other predator has come back from, and he's doing quite well actually for a runt. doing quite well. But I will say this: there are a couple of times where he could have died, and luck would have it, there was one point where he was paralyzed, and if it hadn't been for he meets an android, from the Wayland Yutani Corporation. They're from the Aliens movies. This android is split in half, so we got just the waist up, and it's played by Elle Fanning. I don't know if I've ever seen her in any other movies. Well, now I've seen her in this movie, and she's great in this movie as this android. And I think there is another part in the movie where he's about to die. I think they're both about to die, and then this other the Disney-fied character that they could make um, little toys of, Bud, this little creature that they meet, I think saves him at that point because I believe it ends up in the mouth of the creature, breaks a couple of the creature's teeth, and I think that's how Deck gets away from that one. So I think there are a couple of times, at least they show, where Deck could have been killed if he hadn't gotten help, which you should show on the planet where predators don't come back from. So Dan, you did well there. Still no broken bones or anything like that. I think he gets a cut on his arm, which is nowhere near what happens in the Predator and Predator 1 with Schwarzenegger, or Predator 2 gets just jacked up. But anyway, he makes friends with the little creature, and that part is cool because the creature ends up being the daughter of the bigger creature that he came to kill. And that is yet another scene where Deck would have died if the bigger creature, the Callisk, hadn't smelled its offspring on Deck. That's another point for you, Dan. Deck still has no physical injuries really that mean anything, but at least he could have died. I believe this is the third time in the movie where he could have died. But yeah, no, I think the movie is funny. I think it's well paced because it's a Disney movie. This is a Predator movie. If a Predator movie was made by Disney, I have seen reviews of people saying this is not a Predator movie. Predator is supposed to be like this, and they're only supposed to be like this. We've only seen a few Predators in movies, and they've had a mission, they've had a job to do when they were in those movies. That doesn't mean you telling me that that's all Dutch does, huh? So when Dutch goes home, he's still in the jungle somewhere. Dutch doesn't have a house, may not have a family or friends that he can hang out with. You saying all black people are great at basketball? People who are thinking like that, imagine if John Hughes made a movie about black people.
This is a part of America we never get to see. Roll them up.
Don't typecast the Predator in such a tiny, tiny little box. Interstellar travel. Maybe they're more than just who, ha, he, stab, punch. Maybe. And I think this movie did a good job in showing a little bit more about the Predator. Would I have rather have seen the same type of movie not Disney-fied? Yeah. But at least this one I think was good. Another example of it being Disney-fied, because we got Bud, the little creature that they befriend. Honestly, even Elle Fanning's character's name is Thea. Got a little, that's Disney-fied too. At the end, the Predator is able to befriend a creature on this planet and uses that creature like predators use their shoulder cannon. The creature crawls up on the predator's shoulder and it spits things out at people, and it knows who's the enemies and who's not. First of all, okay, that's the dumbest part of the movie. That's the dumbest part of the movie. The Mary Sue-ness of the predator going to this planet that kills all predators, but it comes back without even so much as a pulled muscle. That's bad. Him being able to beat the dad in a fight without help from his friends, which is the whole point of the movie, because predators, we're normally used to seeing them, well, either hunt with each other or kind of hunt alone or whatever. But we're not used to seeing, well, oh no, because they had dogs and predators. Had dogs and predators. But there's a lot of people who are looking at this and like the predator would never do the hunt with this android and this little creature, which I can kind of see where they're coming from. But this is the runt, and he's kind of manipulated and gaslighted into into changing his ways. He has, if he's going to survive, he has to. Maybe he can get back to his planet and lie about how he did it. He doesn't, but maybe that's an avenue he could approach, you know. But no, he does team up. But the thing is, these people gravitate towards him and like, look, we need you, we need each other. When at the end, when he's befriending this arm snake that shoots things out at people, Predator, even in this movie, we see predators are not good at making friends. So for this creature to then be able to just befriend the wildlife on the planet that kills predators in what, a day? And to that extent to where it's like, yeah, now I'm your shoulder cannon looking motherfucker. It should be able to befriend it like, okay, maybe I won't bite you now. That's about as far, because predators don't have them types of skills. And I'm saying that because I just watched a movie where a predator didn't have those types of skills. The name of that movie is Predator Badlands. And then they just suddenly changed that all of a sudden. And it's like, oh, no, I can befriend snakes and befriend them like motherfucking Tarzan. I don't think so. I don't know if it wasn't a snake, but it slithered. But it's Disney, and I went with it. And I enjoyed it. It was enjoyable. So yeah, Predator Badlands. I enjoyed it. I think it's a good movie. I think it's a good Disney Predator movie. And that's the real truth. Until next time, peace.
Well, good luck with your journey.